Colorado.
Get ready to start your day. The mountains are calling you out to play. Come on, we'll make you feel right at home. Good morning, Vail. See what lies in store for you. There's so many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has it all. So get up, get ready to start your day. The coffee's brewing, you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good morning, Vail.
Good morning, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to Good Morning Vail on TV8. Here's a live shot from Colorado Mountain College in Leadville, looking off towards the mountains there. Bright blue sky, a little bit of cloud cover. Cool mornings as we make our way into, officially, I like to say fall. We like saying that, don't we? How are you doing, Maddie Evans?
Oh my gosh, that sunrise was beautiful. That pink in the sky just made my whole morning.
Yeah, we got the leaves still kind of in color for probably another, what do you think, maybe another 4 or 5 days, maybe another week. They're starting to fall off the trees a little bit, but it's definitely fall in the mountains, and it feels like it. We've got a funky weather pattern coming up too. We have some snow on and off. Next couple of days, a big trough of weather making its way across the western United States. Things are shifting, Maddie.
I know. As I am counting down my days until Vail Mountain opens, Mark, guess how many?
I checked it out, so I don't need to guess today. It was 35 degrees when I drove in today in my car, and that's the exact amount of days we have left until we get to go skiing on Vail Mountain.
I know. I cannot wait. I was like looking through this bag of clothing that my mom had just brought me from Utah that I had taken there with me last spring, and it was all long underwear, and I was like, this is the best gift. This is the best gift I've ever received, Mom. Thank you.
Some of your old long underwear from home or some new stuff?
No, just all the old stuff that I took there last spring when I went to Utah for my month-and-a-half stint, and then she brought it back to me, and I was like,
I need it.
This is all my stuff, and I was like, Mom, you're an angel. You're a saint.
It's time.
It's time.
Did you ever get your skis dropped off for the swap? I know we talked about doing that.
No, I had to have an MRI on my shoulder yesterday.
Oh, that's the change. That's no fun. No bueno.
No. I'm sad that we just had to talk about it.
So the swap's going on though this weekend.
Yes.
Starts today.
Yes.
Tonight's like the early bird shopping, I think, or something, right? Is that happening the same deal? They've done it every year? Yeah.
Yes. 3 days. It's their 50th anniversary, 52nd anniversary.
Wow.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy to think about?
Dobson Ice Arena, if you're new to the Valley and you're looking for some used ski gear, some gently used, even some brand new stuff left over from last year, this is where you want to go and find it. Ski stuff, snowboard stuff, helmets, clothing, soft goods, everything you need to outfit yourself for your first season or your 20th season here in the mountains, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you can never have too many pairs of skis, and I would imagine it's the same way with snowboards. You can never, ever have too many.
And even if you're not going to use it, get it, because it's a sweet deal. You'll find sweet deals. Eventually, you'll use it.
Just going for the deals. The wheeling and the dealing of the deals.
Today is National, Fluffernutter Day. Do you know this?
No.
You know what Fluffernutter is?
Yeah, it's marshmallow fluff and peanut butter on a sandwich.
National Fluffernutter Day, everybody. 1917, this guy, Archibald Query, he invented marshmallow cream, and he sold it in 1920 to a group, Durkee Mauer, and they changed the name to Marshmallow Fluff. Then in 1960, they started to market the combination of peanut butter and fluff, and that's where Fluffernutter came from, and to this day. And it's still, honestly, I grew up eating these sandwiches, and I love the marshmallow fluff and peanut butter. I do. I really do.
Yeah, they're super good. I got really into baking.
It's great to bake with, too.
Through quarantine, and I had this goal. It was like I was relentless on this goal to make s'mores cookies, but like the best s'mores cookies ever. And I read online a bunch that if you take the marshmallows and you use corn syrup and you kind of like put the corn syrup in the marshmallows a little bit and then bake them in, they won't dissolve like they normally do when they get super hot. So then that wasn't working. At high altitude, no way. Everything was just melting and they were turning into this just like sticky, disgusting, but delicious, but really you didn't want to touch a mess. And then what I started doing was I would make really yummy chocolate chip cookies, and then I'd put the fluff or the marshmallow fluff on top right before the cookies were done. And so it would just get this like beautiful golden top to them. They were amazing.
National Fluffernutter Day.
Yep.
Let's do a little celebrating over the weekend. What else we got going on this weekend? We've got the swap obviously is happening.
Yep. A great story time at the Bookworm of Edwards this
yeah,
morning.
that's right. Yeah.
A new book. The author is going to be there out of the blue.
And they're doing some excerpt reading this morning, right? Like 9 o'clock or something?
9:15 sharp.
Speaking of the Bookworm.
Oh, here we go.
I just had an epiphany here. I recall something about you and the Bookworm and soulmate, maybe. Have you had this? Is this a dream I had, or is this a reality? You're looking for your soulmate at the Bookworm. Any luck on that?
So this is an ongoing joke. I have not only experienced this joke with my mother, who was just here, and she was like, "Where's the soulmate, Maddie?"
Anything
And I was
yet?
like, "This
Anything
is
yet?
a funny joke. Okay, Mom, I get it." And Ali Teague, who comes in all the time, when she first came on, I was like, "I love the Bookworm, and I want you to know because for the last 5 years, yeah, however, I think 6 years actually since I've been back in Vail, I was like, I'm gonna go to the Bookworm and I'm gonna meet my soulmate. It's gonna be amazing." I'm like manifesting it so hard, and it is yet to happen.
How often do you go there? You probably need to go like every day.
I'm not going.
You don't just
every
go
day.
like once a week and expect to connect with a soulmate. You need to get in there and go sit back and have a crepe and, put your glasses on and get your laptop out and do whatever,
Do whatever you do.
whatever you sophisticated ladies do to meet your soulmates at the Bookworm. You shouldn't have told me about this, honestly, because this is going to be my next angle to mess with you. I love it.
I mean, it's like a thing, and so I go to the Bookworm, and I walk around, and then I'm like, all right, I'm gonna grab one of their almond honey lavender lattes, amazing. Walk around, maybe pick up a couple books, like read a couple chapters in them, see if I want them. Talk to Allie, of course, hang out, and then I'm always like, I am one of 5 people in here.
You finally get to that point and you're looking around and you're like, it's been 3 hours.
Yeah.
No one's shown up. I guess I could go.
I make it to like maybe an hour, and
You
I'm
walk
like,
real slow.
I like gotta get out of here. I like read through all the staff picks, and then I'm like, dang it, not the soulmate day. But I was in there, and my brother's roommate started talking to me, and Allie goes, he leaves, and Allie goes, oh my gosh, did you just meet your soulmate? And I was like, no, dude, that's my brother's roommate.
My brother's roommate.
Yeah.
Not even close.
Oh, no, no offense. He's a great guy, but not it for me.
Big football game tonight.
I know.
Big football game tonight here at Battle Mountain Huskies taking on the Palisade Peaches, the Bulldogs. They used to be called the Palisade Peaches.
That would be the best.
That was their mascot. I know, right?
Who would change that mascot?
Now they're the Bulldogs. This is Battle
It's okay.
Mountain's homecoming big event. There's a big parade. They did the prom, the homecoming dance last weekend. And hopefully we'll see. We've got an opportunity to get Coach Schupler coming into the studio today to talk about what's going on with the team and what to expect from tonight's game. So
How's
we'll see.
Fisher in all of the football world?
He's pretty good. He likes it. He's 16. He's a junior. I think, and I didn't have football when I grew up in high school. It wasn't a big piece of what we did. We didn't have it in our school. But I guess it's big for these 16-year-old boys. Like if you make the football team, for one, you're like Mr. Cool. And then if you make varsity, even if you don't play and you wear the uniform, like you're the coolest guy on campus, right? That's how he acts. Yeah. So he's doing all right. He's had a couple good plays. He plays
Does he
more
have a
defense.
leather jacket?
Huh? No, they don't have leather jackets. I wish they did. They have letters, but they don't have the jackets to put them on. But that'd be cool.
Maybe
but yeah,
we should find a website, and then you can send it to all the parents, and everyone can buy their kid a jacket.
Okay, why don't you work on that?
I've got enough things going on. I'll help you.
Okay, you can
I'll
help
support
me.
you. I'll be emotional support for your endeavor.
We're a team.
Yeah, a dynamic duo right here.
We are going to check in on that weather forecast in a little bit because it is going to change.
Mike,
We're excited about it.
what's your favorite superstition to bring the snow?
I don't even want to go down that road, but I will a little bit. Wearing one sock to bed is one of them. That's one.
That sounds miserable.
Yeah, I don't want to go into the background behind it, but one sock to bed is one of them. What was the other one? You put a
Ice cube in the
ice
toilet.
cube in the toilet.
Flush it.
You do something with a fork. You put a fork in the freezer. Is that one?
That's one, and I think
I'm gonna look them up off camera. We'll talk about them during the weather report or something. Find out more.
And the spoon under your pillow. Your
That's what it
pajamas
was.
inside out. Those are the three I like: the spoon, the pajamas, and the ice cubes in the toilet.
And then how far in advance do you have to do these superstitions? Like the night before, or is it like you start doing them all summer long?
I don't know.
Let's
Just
find
like
that out.
manifesting a soulmate, manifesting the
And
snow.
that's really going well for you.
You just got to manifest it, Mike. Here we are.
Well, I know. I get it.
Well, okay. I think that Beatrice is my soulmate. I'm convinced.
I'm going to manifest that the Huskies are going to beat the
Win
Peaches
tonight?
I mean the Bulldogs, the Peaches. That's all I got on my plate.
A husky versus a bulldog.
I know.
It's an intense battle here.
I know it is. We're going to find out.
Yeah.
We have a couple other good interviews. We got maybe a fishing report. Maybe we'll talk about fishing. Things are shifting a little bit again. Might have you join me on that one.
Oh,
Maybe
fine.
if you want to.
Yeah, then I can be made fun of more. I love this game. I think we should take a break.
Anybody out there that likes it when I make fun of Maddie, just post that and let us know, because it is a good time and it's always clean fun. You were here when I was like officially a big part of TV8 and you were just kind of fresh and new. Remember that?
Yeah, you made fun of me then, too.
I know, but it's like this is where we're at now. You're in charge. You got it all going on. We got to keep riding you. Let's take a quick break. We'll be right back with a look at that weather forecast. Thanks for tuning in.
Good morning, Vail.
Located in sunny San Diego, just steps from one of the most prestigious beaches in California. I'm Stephanie J. This is the Opulent Minute. Located just a half a block to La Jolla Shores Beach, this property has amazing outdoor space, which includes a large deck off the living room and decks off each bedroom. The jacuzzi on the back patio is perfect for relaxing in after a long day at the beach. I'm here with Andres, the owner of Dinner with a Chef. Tell us a bit about the services that you offer.
We offer personal chef experiences for any occasion where you're able to enjoy your guest while leaving the rest to us.
For more information, visit opulentvacations.com. The open, contemporary design, complete with marble flooring and modern appliances, make this the ultimate luxury beach accommodation. Opulent Vacations' signature concierge service is included with every reservation. I'm heading down to the beach to soak up some sun. Thanks for watching the Opulent Minute. Book now at opulentvacations.com.
TVA and Good Morning Vail are so happy to announce that we're going to be sticking with you year-round. That means every Monday through Friday you can catch us live 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. We've got so many great things happening on the shows right now, between cooking, watching wins, interviewing so many great local businesses here in our community, and so much more. As always, we're giving you a look at that local weather forecast too. Make sure you tune in Monday through Friday. We've got exciting news coming.
Historic Deerfield is significant as a site because we're an important place in American history.
All but a few of the historic houses are on their original home lots. The original town plan from the 1670s is still in place. The town retains its original scale, and in many of the houses we have objects connected to Deerfield, the Connecticut River Valley, and New England. And all of this together helps to convey a deep sense of place.
Good morning, Vail.
All right, welcome back to the show, our Friday edition of Good Morning Vail. Here's a live shot from the north side of I-70, kind of just to the west of Lion's Head. You can see leaves still in full color. Looks like that sun's going to make its way up and over the Gore Range. And cool things first thing this morning. Temperatures once again in the low 30s. I was looking at my phone off camera, superstitions to make it snow. A couple of the ones I never heard of before: brush your teeth with your non-dominant hand, put your pajamas on both backwards and inside out, eat a ton of ice cream, put a white crayon on every windowsill in your house. Get in the freezer and yell, "It's going to snow," or just yell the word "snow" in your freezer. See if that works. Here's what's happening for the weather for the weekend, for Friday through the middle of next week. Today we are going to see a little bit of a shift. We might see some moisture this afternoon. Still, it's going to be warm in the afternoon, so those temperatures are going to hold off any snow falling. Maybe a little bit of snow this evening at the very high elevations over 10,000 feet. But for Saturday, 50 degrees. For Sunday, 52, 55 for Monday. And then by Wednesday, things are going to shift again. Let's take a look more specifically at today. 35 to start at 8 a.m., a high of about 60 degrees. We have a mixture of sunshine and some clouds and a little bit of rain shower activity on and off. Winds out of the east at about 5 to 15 miles per hour. As we look at your evening forecast, 37 for a low. We're going to see scattered showers once again. So we have this low pressure system, this big trough making its way across the west, bringing some unstable weather here. Big low pressure coming our way by the beginning to the middle of next week. Big low pressure trough, so that's really going to shift the weather even more. There's a look at your evening forecast. For Eagle County as a whole and down towards the Front Range, Denver's going to see sunny skies, 74 for high. For Eagle, 65. For Avon, 62. For Vail, 60. And once again, cloud cover, a little bit of sunshine, some passing rain showers. No significant rain, everyone, so don't panic. Don't think you need to get out there and do everything first thing this morning. Some of these showers, they don't touch down on the ground. They evaporate before they hit. Just bring a light rain jacket and go about your day. Go for your bike ride, go fish, go play some golf. Take advantage of the beautiful colors out there and the wonderful fall that we have in the air. We're taking a quick break. We'll be right back with a fishing report and more from Good Morning Vail.
Good morning, Vail.
My name's James, and I've been in the market for mortgages several times over the years, so I've gone through the process with different people. And when I met Andrea, she explained to me why my current loans were subpar and how she could get better loans with better rates.
If I had to describe Andrea in one word, I think I would use the word passionate. She is very passionate about what she does and getting the right solutions for her clients, and that made her an absolute pleasure to work with.
Hi, I'm Andrea Cox. You can reach me at 435-631-9262. Call me, text me, or you can reach me on my website, andreacoxmortgage.com.
Follow your favorite extreme sports athletes with the Telly Award-winning show, The Line. If you're an adrenaline junkie and need a daily dose of base jumping, skydiving, highlining, biking, kayaking, and more, then look no further. We've got you covered. Catch JT Holmes, Andy Lewis, Cam Zink, and many more extreme sport athletes here on The Line. Check your local listings for more information.
Historic Deerfield is significant as a site because we're an important place in American history.
All but a few of the historic houses are on their original home lots. The original town plan from the 1670s is still in place. The town retains its original scale, and in many of the houses we have objects connected to Deerfield, the Connecticut River Valley, and New England. And all of this together helps to convey a deep sense of place.
All right, welcome back to the show, Maddie. Fishing report. It's like every Friday you're like, oh, we're gonna do that fishing report again.
Fly fishing Fridays
You always
with Mark.
You always ask me like, do I need to be here for this fishing report? But we talk about it every time. You picks up on stuff. I have some new stuff for you this time too.
Oh, I love new stuff.
Yeah, we'll talk about it in a minute.
I love
I'll get into some photographs in a minute, but let's talk about what's happening on the rivers. We're seeing obviously fall in the mountains means a lot of things, and I think we're starting to see that the fish know that these water temperatures are getting colder, and they know that once again something's coming, like it's not sunny and warm and during the day for these fish anymore. So the fishing kicks off later in the morning as opposed to early in the summer when you can go at 6 in the morning. Like the fishing doesn't get good until 9 or 10 now.
Yeah.
You know, these fish are starting to actively feed, starting to load up on carbs and proteins and whatever else they eat. I'm not sure what's in all the stuff they eat. Like, is it carbs and calories and proteins and all this stuff? But they're loading up just like the bears load up to hibernate, right? So these fish are eating a lot more during the warmer time of the day to kind of start prepping for winter time, because pretty soon there's not going to be any bugs available. Here's our underwater cam.
Look at all those
Now,
leaves.
let's talk about all these leaves too, because fish will, there's that same fish hanging out down in front of that rock. See him? There's
I
his
know,
little
and then
buddy.
there's one behind him.
Look at the little buddy down there. So these fish will ingest, you'll see him like suck a leaf in, because they don't know, they can't differentiate exactly what is floating in the water. So they'll suck the leaves in and spit them out in the fraction of a second,
There's
looking for
three
the
of
food.
them right there.
Yeah, there's 3. There's a little micro one on the bottom right, and then those 2. Look at that.
Well, and there's another one underneath the big one that's in front of that rock. There's a lot of fish right there. This
Look
is
at
a
that.
good camera.
Hello, he just ate. That guy on the right just ate. He went up and ate something. I love to see that. That really is fun.
I could watch this camera all day. It's like very relaxing.
I love it.
I
love it. So yeah, the fish are actively feeding later on in the day. So if you're thinking about getting out to fish a little bit, you don't need to be out there first thing. There's not a lot of crowds on the water right now, and the fishing really is spectacular. Let's take a look at that graph. I brought up what's happening with those water temperatures again. We saw temperatures during the summer getting into the 67, 68, 69 degrees. Now our high temperatures, as you can see, probably 57 degrees. So everything is great on the water. No need to be alarmed anymore. No need to carry a water thermometer with you, because even though the flows, and I'll give you a shot of the flows also, the flows are low. So these are the flows on the Eagle River, and this is right below Walcott. We're looking at 90 to 95 cubic feet per second. But what's shifting now is that in the springtime, the rainbow trout spawn, and in the fall, the brown trout spawn. So we want to make people aware of what to look for when you're on the river. So this is an example of what they call a redd, R-E-D-D. And the males and the females will pair up. They'll find a spot of gravelly, see how there's a circle around that fish? They'll clean off an area. They'll get down to the gravel. The males will use their tails to push it all off and make room. And then the female will come in, deposit her eggs, and the male will go and do his thing, and then they will protect him, and they'll hang out as a couple over the brood, over the eggs. So you'll find these redds all around our local rivers. We have signs on the Eagle River put up by Trout Unlimited where you need to be aware of the redds. You don't want to fish the redds. This is what makes the Eagle River so phenomenal, because there's a lot of naturally reoccurring fish that reproduce and provide fry and baby fish that get bigger. So if you disturb the redds, then they're not going to be able to put more fish in the river, basically, right? Because we don't stock the river. It's naturally reoccurring compared to some other places. So don't fish the redds. If you hear about redds, if you see fish on these lighter gravelly areas, just avoid them. But what happens is when the brown trout are spawning, and we can go back on camera now too, when the brown trout are spawning, they're not actively feeding, but behind them, downstream, you'll find the rainbow trout that will feed on their eggs that get dislodged from the rocks, because it happens.
Yeah.
And then vice versa, the rainbows will spawn in the spring, the brown trout will feed on the eggs. So a lot of people will fish egg patterns, fake egg patterns, downstream of where the spawning beds are, trying to catch the other fish. But you don't want to disturb the redds, so be aware of that. You don't go traipsing through the water and throwing flies at the fish when you see them kind of pairing up. You'll know right away when you get there that these fish are doing something that's not normal. I mean, it's normal, but it's not normal for people to see.
I mean, it's pretty cool. I always go to Flaming Gorge when the kokanee are spawning, because they turn that bright red.
Yeah.
And yeah, same thing. You got to leave them alone.
The kokanee right now are moving out of Grand Mesa Reservoir down in Gunnison also, and they make their way up the Gunnison, up to the confluence of the Taylor River and the East River, which is right there in Almont. Almont's a very cool little town, and you can go catch the kokanee, and it's really a phenomenal place to go and fish and experience what, to me, it's like what true Colorado is all about. Almont is very cool, and the kokanee are there too. But yeah, just watch out for the reds and get out there and enjoy some fishing. Come by Minturn Anglers. Give us a call if you want to go out on a guided trip. We have plenty of guides available, and it's good right now.
I want to go. You want to take me?
I do want to take you. I'd like to take you. I'd like to bring Danielle for a birthday gift. Maybe she'd go fishing with us.
Danielle, you hear that? We're going fishing.
She saying anything?
No.
I hear her chuckling at that.
She's like, good luck.
Anyways, there you go. That's your fishing report. We got some stuff coming up on the show. I think we'll take a quick break, maybe look at that weather again. Yeah? Okay. Thanks for spending your hour with us on the couch. We love it.
Good morning, Vail.
My name's James, and I've been in the market for mortgages several times over the years, so I've gone through the process with different people. And when I met Andrea, she explained to me why my current loans were subpar and how she could get better loans with better rates.
If I had to describe Andrea in one word, I think I would use the word passionate. She is very passionate about what she does and getting the right solutions for her clients, and that made her an absolute pleasure to work with.
Hi, I'm Andrea Cox. You can reach me at 435-631-9262. Call me, text me, or you can reach me at my website, andreacoxmortgage.com.
Beautiful sandy beaches and lush tropical gardens make San Diego the perfect destination for your next luxury getaway. I'm Stephanie J. This is the Opulent Minute. This home has amazing charm and style. You'll feel refreshed in this La Jolla Shores beauty. I'm here with Lauren, the owner of Pop-Up Picnic Co. Tell us about the services you offer.
We're a luxury picnic service. Our claim to fame is one-stop picnic experience that we bring throughout San Diego.
Book Pop-Up Picnic Co. through our concierge services page on opulentvacations.com. The open concept living and dining room easily flow to a comfortable and inviting deck. The enclosed and spacious yard provide plenty of room for outdoor entertainment, with easy access to some of the best shopping and dining San Diego has to offer. Whether it's relaxing on the property or enjoying fun activities at the beach, the Shores Retreat La Jolla has something for everyone. Thanks for watching the Opulent Minute. Book now at opulentvacations.com.
Historic Deerfield is significant as a site because we're an important place in American history.
All but a few of the historic houses are on their original home lots. The original town plan from the 1670s is still in place. The town retains its original scale. And in many of the houses, we have objects connected to Deerfield, the Connecticut River Valley, and New England. And all of this together helps to convey a deep sense of place.
Follow your favorite extreme sports athletes with the Telly Award-winning show, The Line. If you're an adrenaline junkie and need a daily dose of base jumping, skydiving, highlining, biking, kayaking, and more, then look no further. We've got you covered. Catch JT Holmes, Andy Lewis, Cam Zink, and many more extreme sport athletes here on The Line. Check your local listings for more information.
Good morning, Vail.
All right, welcome back to Good Morning Vail. We have a new segment which is a part of the new TV8, the new Good Morning Vail program. It's called The Scoreboard. The Scoreboard started up in Park City with Danielle and her team at Park City Television with a dramatic focus on high school local sports. And we have a lot of local sports, high school-wise, right here in Eagle County. And they've really started to make this event grow and get some traction, get some wheels. Eric Soonblad, one of our TV hosts here, is one of the main people with the Scoreboard. And he had a chance to check in with Coach Shoup from Battle Mountain High School just to talk a little bit about what the season's been like and what they have to look forward to, and probably more about the big game they have this evening against the Palisade Bulldogs. Let's take a listen.
Welcome, friends, to a web exclusive of the Scoreboard. Your Battle Mountain Huskies had a bye week last week, so they got some time to rest up, heal up, and refocus themselves on the coming schedule. Their last 5 games are all league games, so the amount of competition, quality of competition, if you will, slightly lower than what they faced at the beginning of the year. Remember, head coach Jim Schupler heavily front-loaded their schedule with out-of-league teams that were extremely high-ranked in order to get them more points for the playoffs. So I wanted to celebrate the return of Huskies football with another exclusive interview with head coach Jim Schupler. So I went on down to Battle Mountain Husky Stadium this Wednesday before their game against Palisade on Friday night to get Jim Schupler's thoughts on what the season has been and how Palisade is going to be as a team. So let's kick it over to head coach Jim Schupler right now. After a bye week for your Battle Mountain Huskies football team, they are kicking things right back off with a home game against Palisade this Friday, 7 p.m., the real homecoming game of the season. So I wanted to do our weekly chat with head coach Jim Schupler, talk about a little bit about Palisade and the upcoming schedule. Jim, first off, thank you so much for joining me. Hope you enjoyed the bye week.
Yeah, we had a little break there. Anxious to get back to it, though.
Yeah, absolutely. Any unique practicing going on in bye week, or just more rest and kind of mental relaxation and resetting?
I wouldn't say rest, but yeah, definitely recovery and getting the guys back in the weight room pretty steadily through the week, and getting our bodies right for the second half of the season.
Yeah. So this week, going up against Palisade, really kicking off your league-heavy end of the season schedule. You've got 5 games now. They're all league-focused. Starting with Palisade, they're going to bring some unique stuff to the table.
Yeah, they run option, and they have since I've known Palisade. And they've got a good little quarterback who is going to give us fits if we don't wrap him up. He's small, but he's feisty. He's very smart with the option. He's their leading rusher. So our focus all week has been to shut down their quarterback and make him beat us somewhere else.
Is that just throwing more manpower at the defensive line to kind of stop that if you know that there's a higher potential for runs?
Yeah, absolutely. We'll be up toward the line. We have option. You've got to be assignment based, but we're really looking to take away the quarterback running ability. And so if they beat us somewhere else, they beat us somewhere else. But he's their leading rusher. He's what they've leaned on, and he's what we're aiming to stop.
Is this the running option? Is that unique to Palisade within your league?
Well, up until this year, Eagle Valley has taken it on as well now. And it's a proven offense. It's been around 50, 60 years. You'll see Air Force running it, Army, Navy. Those teams are all running it for a reason. It's a good, sound offense, very run-based. I think they've got less than 40 passes on the season. But if you're running the ball effectively, you don't have to pass it very much.
Yeah. So on the offensive side for you, does that mean you want to counter with an air game or stick to just leaning on Kayagawa, Tanner Roberts?
We'll always kind of base out of the run game, but Elijah Morales returns this week, and although Garridos did awesome for us as a sophomore coming in, Elijah brings a little bit, a little more savvy approach to it, and we can expand our pass game a little bit more. Palisade's going to be big up front, and they always are, and so we'll have to find ways around that, and some of that will be through the air.
Well, that's some great news that Elijah's coming back. I bet that's really lifting spirits for the team.
It is, yeah. He's a team captain, and I've said it before, he's a polarizing human in the school, let alone our football program, and a great kid. I'm super excited he gets to run these last 5 games, and it's definitely going to open up options on defense as well. He's a free safety. He was our leading tackler leading into him getting injured, and so that spirit comes back and that talent comes back, and we should be functioning on all cylinders.
Man, that's great news. I'm excited to see him in action for a full game. That'll be fun.
Man, he's awesome, yeah. And with the guys around, Tanner Roberts has really held up and supporting Garrett and even Keats Petrovsky through Elijah's injury. Our offensive line has really done a great job too. They're in there battling in the trenches, and it just doesn't go without them. And so I'm super proud of them. We're right there on on both Pueblo Central, DeSalt. We're right there. We're inches away from both those wins, and that's without our full roster. So.
Yeah.
here it comes.
Yeah, well, you bring up those two games, which a great segue. Thank you for that. That's usually my job. I wanted to take a kind of higher level view, look back at the season more holistically. Your 1-4 record, but like you said, 2 of those games against Basalt, that's a double overtime game. You barely missed a field goal in the closing seconds. And then against Pueblo Central, you scored 21 points in the fourth quarter. How much mentally is it about letting the players know that you were inches away from being 2-2 or 3-2 on the season, essentially? You're still fully in this.
Yeah, we absolutely are. We're still in playoff race, and that is the reminder. You know, these are high school kids, and we're the adults, and we're the ones that got to dial them in and focus them in. You know, we talk a lot about the result not defining us. Although we want to win every game, is our effort a winning effort? And maybe 2 games on the season it wasn't, but 3 games it definitely was, and I'm proud of the boys for that. That comeback in Pueblo was, we're 3 captains down, 3 senior starters down. For those guys to hone in at the end there and make a run and even put us in the position to win that game was really special. I think a turning point in the season, and so we'll be looking to grow on that and grow on those young guys who held us up, and I'm excited.
Excellent, my friend. Well, they got a good voice leading them. Keep the heads on straight and go get out there and get a big victory against Palisade this week.
All right, will do.
Well, thank you so much to Jim Schupler. Remember, keep tuning into the Scoreboard for more on your Battle Mountain Huskies.
Good morning, Vail.
Hi, everyone. We're super excited about something that we're bringing you, Eric. TV8's got some new stuff happening.
It's amazing stuff, Maddie. Did you know that Eagle County has totally lacked any good high school sports coverage, essentially for the existence of the county? You've had great newspaper write-ups, but you haven't had any good film content, and that's where the Scoreboard comes into play. I will be at as many games as I possibly can throughout Eagle County. I'm going to be giving you SportsCenter-style highlights for these games and exclusive athlete interviews, and you get this lovely host coming on talking about sports as well. You really can't beat it. It's the Scoreboard. It premieres every Monday night at 6 p.m. and then on YouTube at 6 p.m. the following day. And you can always check us out at thescoreboardnation.com. You know what, Maddie? If you can't catch the score, you can always catch the Scoreboard.
Coming up this season on Ready, Set, Renovate, real homeowners tackle really big renos.
Welcome to the ugliest house in the neighborhood.
It's a wild ride from before to after.
If we go to the tile store one more time, only one of us is coming out alive.
Well, I didn't know he was going to do all that.
Between the budget and the timeline, it's makeover madness.
Good morning, Vail.
Every day we've been talking about how important it is to get out there and register to vote. And there are 10 candidates this year, and so we've got another great candidate joining us this morning, Niko Sayag. Niko, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thanks for having me.
Bright and early.
Oh, yeah. Earlier than I'm used to.
Yeah, I mean, that's what we've heard from most everyone as they've come in. So we'll get right into it since we only have a limited amount of time. Let's start with 2A.
2A. Not completely in support of 2A, no. To me, it's more like putting a Band-Aid on a broken leg. It's not really addressing the cause of the problem.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the extra tax money is good, but I don't think that the locals in town should be responsible for paying for all the problems that were caused by second homeowners and short-term rentals in general are the cause of the problem.
I mean, slightly taking over a little bit in so many areas. Like I was just explaining this story that I grew up here and we had a condo in Avon that my family had lived in for 16 years. And by the end of our stint or having this condo, there were so many Airbnbs taking over that now that condo itself is an Airbnb.
Right, and we do have housing options available in Vail. We just aren't allowed to live in them.
Yeah.
And that's, I understand that people want the money from the short-term rentals, and it's a good way to make money, especially in a beautiful town like Vail. But you got to look out for the people who live here and make the town run. And a lot of us are getting forced out because we can't find a place to live.
Yeah, and rent right now is increasing exponentially because there's such a demand that they can do that. The landlords can do that, no problem.
Right. And I think that if we put a few projects in place, like, for instance, incentivizing landlords to rent to locals longer term, then maybe a tax break for them or something like that, just anything to get them to want to rent longer term and benefit the people who are actually living here.
Which is one of your big things as you're going into this, is that you're representing a demographic that maybe you feel is underheard, which is important.
Right, absolutely. I mean, if you look at all the town councils, pretty much all of them in the past, there weren't too many candidates looking out for people like me who came out here for a season and decided to stay and make this place home. And it's a struggle. We have to work really hard to be here with all our friends and family back home. We have to start a new life here, and there's really no one looking out for the workers, and there hasn't really been more than just a friendly word here and there.
Yeah, which I mean, this is an important demographic, and it's cool that you're reaching out to that younger demographic because we haven't been voting, and that's one of the biggest things is our generation is like, yeah, it's whatever, local politics, it doesn't matter. But it really does matter.
Local politics is, local government's the most important government to me. That's why I'm doing this. I have no real passion for politics as a whole. It makes me very nervous. But if I feel like I can help somebody by doing all this, then that's why I'm doing it, And it's just so much more work than I expected, but I'm loving it. It's fun. You don't have to wake up so early.
Well, sorry about that one. That's a little bit on us here at TVA.
It is good morning, Vail, I guess.
Yeah, good. And we got to be up early in the morning.
Right.
But it's important that we get to meet each candidate, and that's why we're so excited to have all of you guys on here, because I think it is important that your voices are heard individually, where in the forum you were all right there, and you got a minute and 30 seconds, and now we're giving you the platform to say exactly what you want to say. So why do you think you joining town council would be such a difference?
Aside from the answer that I'm just a different type of candidate, I can provide a perspective that has been overlooked, that I don't think any of the other candidates really have a total grasp on. Nobody has really realized that it was such an important demographic until kind of recently with just the world politics, how it has been. And I think that I'm not trying to make any huge changes. I'm not trying to come in guns blazing like, I want to change this. I just want to be heard.
Yeah.
I want my perspective to be noted and acknowledged. And because my perspective is the perspective of a big chunk of people living in town. And it's just important to me that at least an effort is made,
Yeah, a step in some kind of direction right now is beneficial. And I mean, the tax thing it's interesting, as we've heard it from so many perspectives now, and you're actually the first one to tell us that you're against the tax, which is, it's just a different perspective, which again is so valid and so important for everyone to hear this perspective, only because I don't think people fully understand everything that's going on behind the scenes too.
And I mean, to be honest, I don't really understand everything that's going on, but that's why I'm here. I'm here to learn. You know, I want to know everything that's going on so I can explain it to the other people that should care, that don't really pay that much attention. Which is why the whole process has been great, because I have been talking to people who haven't really paid attention to any of the inner workings of the town, and they are pretty interested now that they kind of know what's going on. I've been having voter registration drives where I've gotten about 30 people to register to vote so far, which is, you know, a small chunk, but it's a chunk.
Yeah.
And they just had no idea of kind of some of the problems that we're all facing here as a town.
You can go on your phone and register to vote within a matter of minutes.
Oh, yeah. And if you don't know if you can vote, you can always go online to the Secretary of State website and just put in your information. It'll tell you right away if you're registered or not.
Yeah, which is incredible.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like curious if I'm in the town of Vail lines or not.
You can get it all checked out.
I know. So hopefully I find out soon, and then I can make my vote for the town council, because I've now been studying all of you guys very closely.
Yeah, it's an interesting bunch.
It is an interesting bunch, and it's really cool. I mean, you're the youngest person running right now.
Yes, I am. By a pretty significant margin, I think.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
Yeah. Giving the youth a voice here in Vail, which is, I mean, definitely appreciated.
Yeah, everybody thought I was joking at first, just because that's normally my style, but I think I've kind of made it clear that it's the real deal. I mean, I made signs.
Yeah, you made signs. Yeah. Thank you so much for being here and giving us all this information and giving us a chance to meet you as a candidate. Yeah. Make sure that you go online, you register to vote. It is so important. I cannot stress it enough, and I will continue to say it every Monday through Friday until elections are done. You need to register to vote, because having a voice here in our community does make a difference. Coming up next, we've got a very exciting Good Morning Vail.
Good morning, Vail.
With its world-famous sandy beaches, stunning postcard views, and a laid-back beach town vibe, welcome to San Diego. I'm Stephanie J. This is the Opulent Minute. Escape today to Whitefield Vistas in La Jolla. Originally built in 1928, this recently remodeled estate maintains its quaint classic feel while impressing with its rustic modern charm and bright decor. I'm here with Sarah with Toddlers Travels. Tell us a little bit about what services you provide.
We're a full-service baby and beach equipment rental company for travelling families coming to San Diego, so you can travel hassle-free with young children.
Book now through our concierge services page on opulentvacations.com. Renowned master architect Russell Forrester designed the living room and downstairs suite, as well as the expansive decks surrounded by tropical gardens with an ocean view. This home is perfect for your next luxury vacation. Thanks for watching the Opulent Minute. Book now at opulentvacations.com.
Follow your favorite extreme sports athletes with the Telly Award-winning show, The Line. If you're an adrenaline junkie and need a daily dose of base jumping, skydiving, highlining, biking, kayaking, and more, then look no further. We've got you covered. Catch JT Holmes, Andy Lewis, Cam Zink, and many more extreme sport athletes here on The Line. Check your local listings for more information.
My name's James, and I've been in the market for mortgages several times over the years, so I've gone through the process with different people. And when I met Andrea, she explained to me why my current loans were subpar and how she could get better loans with better rates.
If I had to describe Andrea in one word, I think I would use the word passionate. She is very passionate about what she does and getting the right solutions for her clients, and that made her an absolute pleasure to work with.
Hi, I'm Andrea Cox. You can reach me at 435-631-9262. Call me, text me, or you can reach me on my website, andreacoxmortgage.com.
Historic Deerfield is significant as a site because we're an important place in American history.
All but a few of the historic houses are on their original home lots. The original town plan from the 1670s is still in place. The town retains its original scale. And in many of the houses, we have objects connected to Deerfield, the Connecticut River Valley, and New England. And all of this together helps to convey a deep sense of place.
All right, welcome back to Good Morning Vail. I got a full crew in here. I think we have most of the seniors that are a part of the Battle Mountain Huskies on set with us right now, along with Coach Shoup and his daughter Jude. Everybody, thanks for showing up first thing this morning.
Yeah,
I know we were talking about it last night at the dinner, and I just heard that maybe you might show up. I told Beth to get as many players as possible. Obviously, you made it happen.
Yeah, we
Did
made
you
it
say
happen.
you need to be here?
No, they want to be on TV. These are stars right here. But now we're family. We want to do things together. So the more experience we can have together, the better.
I was doing a little research on you. I remember when we were at one of the other dinners and Jamie was up there talking about like you and things specific to you. And one of your fondest memories, one of your biggest accomplishments, one of the things that is big for you is it wasn't about like the plays you did in high school or the sporting events. It was about your teammates, right?
Absolutely.
Something big about teammates.
It's huge, man, and I think football is unique that you really have to sell out for your teammates. You really have to. I call it a symphony. When one player is not quite right, the whole thing is off. And so I remember my teammates selling out for me. I remember them doing jobs for me, standing in front of players making blocks for me. And I might not remember every play, but I remember the bros.
See, that means a lot. And I think a lot of you guys, and I can't call you out individually, but have you guys all been playing football for 3-4 years for the most part? Anybody new this year to football?
These two guys right here.
Luke's new. And who else is new this year?
PJ.
Yep. Luke and PJ, huh? Yeah. So do you guys all sense that too, that the camaraderie, and it's not just about a team that plays football, but it's a team that you guys are close. You guys are all buddies outside of sports. And it makes a difference when you bring it to the field, right? Because you know each other on a different level. It's not just about the sporting event and the play, but there's a different connection there, right?
No, for sure. I feel like there's just way more connection between all of us. Like we all hang outside of like just football. Like we're an actual family. Other teams just say that they're a family, but we actually hang out. We actually go out and do.
And does this have a lot to do with the coaches, Coach Shoup and the team, just instilling that in you, or is you guys just finding it on your own?
I don't know. It's always kind of been there. We've all known each other since we were really little. Always came up playing sports together. Like me and him, we played baseball forever. Luke, I haven't really known him that long, but
what do you think of Luke, anyways? What are your thoughts on Luke?
He's a dog. He's a dog.
I think this is great, you guys. Yeah. So Elijah, you obviously started the season. You got a little injured. But tonight you're back again, right? Is that?
Yes, sir, we're back.
Yeah.
Ready to go.
And where were you injured? What was going on with you?
I actually dislocated my shoulder. I popped it out. Had to pop it in.
Right back. Popped it in.
Yep. Mel Gibson, Lethal Weapon stuff.
You just run it into the wall, right?
They probably don't know that reference.
Some people do. Some of the people that are tuning in might know the reference. So you guys, give me some more insight. Like you had a little bit of a break. You had a bye week. You got some time to kind of refresh and regroup your brain, your bodies. But we have a homecoming game tonight. So, Shoup, what do you expect from that? Like, what are we looking forward to?
We're looking for the win. I mean, Palisade comes to town, and they're kind of the leader in our conference, and they have been for a number of years. And we're looking to set the tone and knock them off tonight.
Now, JV already played Palisade. Is that correct or no? They haven't.
No, Palisade doesn't travel. They won't travel their JV up here, so we've never played them JV. They played Monday, but they played Middle Park and got a 34-6 win. So yeah, there's.
And you guys you've had a couple games this season that were out of the league, out of your division. Some big players, some big teams from the Front Range. Kind of giving these guys just more experience and better points moving ahead, or how does that work?
Yeah, I mean, the tougher the team you play, the better your RPI, and that's how they gauge playoff. And so, although, we did not beat a couple of those teams, we played the number 3 team in the state, Lutheran. We played the number 7 team in the state, Evergreen. Number 6 in 2A at Basalt, lose in double overtime. We go all the way to Pueblo Central. We lose, going for 2. By inches.
Yes.
And so, I've been saying it to people around the community lately. We're the best 1-4 team there ever was. We're going to prove that tonight.
You guys are hungry. You're all hungry, right? You want this, right? And Palisade, their mascot used to be the Peach. It was the Peaches. I looked it up today. They were the Palisade Peaches. Just saying.
That's adorable.
Take it, Marshall, any way you want to take that. But they've changed the name to the Bulldogs. What's going to happen between Bulldogs and Huskies? What do you think?
It's just a matter of who's going to be the bigger dog.
Right? Who's going to be the bigger dog? But this is homecoming. This is a big event for you guys. You guys are done after this year at Battle Mountain. You're going to move on and go in different directions, and you'll stay in touch with everybody, hopefully. But for football, is anybody here looking to try to continue to play some football as they move on to college, or what? Or is this is the end for most people, right? You are, right?
Yeah,
Well, you're going to be playing baseball. You're a big baseball player, I heard.
Both.
That's what Papa says about you.
Do both.
Right? But you got some serious athletes here, and you got a good crew, huh?
We do, yeah. I'm a huge multi-sport guy, and so I'm constantly pressing on these guys to do not just football. I think it's super important. I'm excited to have PJ and Luke join us this year off the basketball team.
Yeah.
I think that's going to make that basketball team that much tougher this year. You know, Marshall's a wrestler, TJ's a skier, high jumper.
Yeah.
You know, Tegan's a baseball player. We've got multi-sport guys, and I'm most proud of that. You know, at a school our size, you need that across the board, and it makes us better, makes these guys closer, makes that connection bigger.
I think we're going to have a good turnout tonight for the event. We're going to have some bleachers that are going to be filled. There's probably going to be a lot of people traveling up from Palisade to be a part of this game too. So you guys just have to get out there and make a bunch of noise, right? Make some noise.
Yep.
And stir the pot. You played football in high school?
I did.
Where'd you go to school? Michigan somewhere?
Up north Wisconsin.
Okay,
so,
North Wisconsin.
Yeah, a little town called Elko. You'll have to look that up.
Elko?
You don't even have to stop. The speed limit's 35.
It's like driving through Walcott?
Yeah, it literally is. But I'm super proud to play there. I got to play every snap.
I see you on the TV. Look at that. Oh, look at that.
But yeah, so, I mean, I played 3 sports, 4 years. That's what I want for these guys. I want them to share that same connection I had. I played with the same teammates in all those sports, and still remember them, still look back on it fondly.
I remember, so my son plays with you guys too. He's a junior. He's new to football. He enjoys it. But I remember when we were talking about him playing football, and my wife, Jen, she's like, I don't know Coach Shoup as a coach, but I hear some amazing, amazing things about him as a human being. And that's what I want my son to be around. Right?
Well,
so that's there's something to be said. There's an accolade there.
I do appreciate that, yeah. And I mean, it's bigger than sports to me. It's bigger than wins and losses. And, you know, I'm proud to say that I coached here in 2008, and I still talk to players from that team. That team went 0-10. We had 19 players on that team. And I still have a connection with them. And that's what it's about. And I'm preaching that every single day. And I hope that translates to these guys in life. And I think it has already.
And it's not just you, it's your entire coaching staff. You guys are kind of all in the same page.
Yeah, it's awesome. I mean, Crum, our defensive coordinator, stood up in my wedding. You know, TJ went to Battle Mountain. I coached Donnie Como.
I love it.
You know, Stores has been with me through probably the toughest time of my entire life. And Kevin Rodney has been a huge addition. Thomas is here. You know, they get to share that family connection. And like Elijah said, a lot of teams will preach family, but I mean, they know my daughter, they know my story, they know my family. My wife's at the team dinners. She leads yoga on Saturdays for them. I mean, this is a bigger connection than just a football game.
So you guys you're gonna pull that all together tonight. I think we're gonna have Luke. Luke was talking something about a quick dance. We got like 30 seconds left. You want to go stand out here and show us?
A little dance, come on.
A little quick dance to take us out. Do it. Come on.
We'll dance with you.
How about you do it right there, a little bit right there. We have like 30 seconds left. Either that or do you have a song you sing, or what do you guys do right before the game to get fired up? Let's bring it in right now. I want to make a little bit of noise. What do you do?
Yeah, we're in the huddle.
So do it right here, right now. We got 10 seconds or so. Give me some noise. Give me some noise right here. Right here. Let's do it. Take us out, you guys. Thanks for being here. Tonight, Battle Mountain. The parade's at 5. And then we've got the game kickoff at 7 o'clock. Right, Shoup? At 7 o'clock?
Hey, coming up right now, you know, it has been a crazy year when it comes to airline travel, right? Well, just ask this guy who decided he'd just wing it at one major airport. We'll tell you what happened to him.
Also coming up, it's a first for Victoria's Secret as their fashion becomes even more